What is up, assholes? Welcome back to another Gwent video. I will not be presenting any hot takes today. Today we're just going to be playing the game. We're going to be playing the game. Seasonal mode. I don't really play seasonal modes. I actually don't think I've touched a seasonal mode in Gwent in literal years. It just never interests me because they seem to all get figured out like really easily. Often by Nilfgaard, or at least by something that just abuses it like insane to insane degrees, and it just never seems fun to me. Like if I'm gonna get screwed right up the ass, I'd rather just do it in normal Gwent. But today we are going to be playing some seasonal. It's the barely balanced seasonal mode, which I've heard a lot of really good things about, and then a lot of really bad things. Like, some people think it is the most boring thing in the entire world, and it's terrible, the worst seasonal mode. And you have people who praise it as actually just being pure Gwent, and it's the best thing. I've never tried it, but I actually do think that I will enjoy it, which is why I'm actually a little bit excited to be trying it today. And I figured we're going to try playing it with probably one of my favorite decks of all time. I especially love playing against this deck literally every time that I try to record a video, and I definitely do not auto tilt as soon as I see it. It's Golden Necker Onslaught. As you can see, we have just net decked Metallic Danny's list off of playgwent.com. Just gonna go quickly over this list and some of the key cards. You know, the cards that I love the most, right? The Magic Compass is obviously a very balanced card, which is really fitting for the barely balanced game mode. This is why I'm bringing this deck, because I feel like it is balanced, and therefore it fits well in the game mode. You know, Magic Compass, we thin our deck very efficiently, and then we just play 14 provision cards for 9 provisions. That's no big deal. Often just a Fakustia for some points, but we do have a lot of flexibility involved. Really good. Golden Necker, everybody's favorite card. I feel like when this card got introduced, it added a lot of variety to Gwent. You know, because this deck, like Golden Necker decks, you know, depending on which faction you play, you're gonna have so many unique cards. You're not at all the same cards across all factions. And Golden Necker just, you know, it just plays a bunch of cards from your deck, right? And they're always like really unique and special cards. It's a different card each game, to be honest. We have the discard package in here because, you know, I feel like that package needs a little bit of love. You know, I feel like it's underrepresented in Skellige. We need that the consistency, a little bit of tempo. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't know if you noticed. Roach and Knickers, just, you know, very, very underappreciated cards these days. But I'm obviously a huge fan of just that extra tempo and thinning without really having to do much. We have Teshamut the Sword, which I think is a really cool card. Like, I'm not even joking on that one. And obviously Axel 3 Eyes, you know, one of my favorite reworks in the game in recent times. And you guys know how much I'm a fan of cards that are like really interesting effects that really add to a specific archetype and just really build it up. But then the card just happens to also just provide a lot of easy points, and therefore it's thrown into point slam decks. You know how I love that. So we have Axel 3 Eyes. You know, I've said this so many times in my videos. I just love it when Onslaught players just play Axel 3 Eyes. It does not offend me at all. I'm not at all offended by it. I find it such a... It brings a tear to my eye. Just the tears of joy. Honestly, just a big fan. Big fan. Deranged Corsair. Maybe a little bit of an underpowered bronze card for 5 provisions. But it is really cool. I mean, the art is really nice. With the flaming dudes. Insanely hard to get value out of, but if we can, it should be like a decent option for 5 provisions, but nothing special. And yeah, those are the highlights of the deck. Like I said, I think this deck is fairly balanced and not at all annoying to play against, which is why I think it's a good fit for the barely balanced game mode. So we're going to jump into some games right now. I'm going to test this deck out. Haven't really played it myself, but I think I also misspelled it there, but that's fine. That's fine. I was just so excited to finally play this deck. We gotta set up the cosmetics here. Crack is pretty good. Obviously, we gotta go with the Gwent partner just so people know that I am a serious player. I'm playing for keeps with this really strong deck. Alright. Let us play some Barely Balanced this week's seasonal mode. Hopefully, I enjoy it as much as I think I will. I mean, it's Gwent simplified down to just pure, you know, doing the calculations, no broken effects. Like I'm actually looking forward to this. So thank you for watching. Enjoy the video. Let's get into some Barely Balanced. Here we go. Playing a Syndicate. Oh man, is that a good matchup? I don't know if Syndicate is a good matchup. Blood Money. Blood Money. Alright, what do we got here? We got some bears. We definitely got some bears. We want to save... Let's see, we have 6 bears left. We want to save the biggest bears, I think. Maybe keep the 14. We're gonna kick the 13, save that for later. Our stratagem was a 3-power bear. I was honestly led to believe that the stratagem stayed. But that's fair. 3-power bear is pretty nice. Let's see. So we have 16 cards. We are going to be playing each of these bears. So I think we got to go for the round 1 win with some medium tier bears, and then play the weakest bears as round 2 bleed. I think that's the way to go. I am already strategizing more in this than I do in actual Gwent, so that's this is already great. And you know how much I love Elder Bear. Elder Bear just makes this game better in every single way. Our opponent is playing kind of slow, so we're gonna we're gonna go straight for that 5-power bear. This is great. They play their own 6-string bear? What the hell? Yeah, we just gotta make sure to not fall behind on even cards, and we should be good. Just not commit too many bears. I think playing this, playing the 7, seems like how. Why are people not making more content of this? We made a Christmas tree of bears. Yeah, like we want to save like these big bears. If we can save the 14, like that would be awesome. But we definitely gotta. That was a slow play. I think I'm actually gonna head off with this 2. I think the 1-power bear is really good for bleeding, so I don't really want to commit it here. It's hard not to smile. You know, I'm just playing such a fun game here. The 9-strength bear comes down, almost catching up on even cards. The opponent is really threatening here. I could match with my own 9, but you know what? I'm going to be a little bit ballsy. I'm going to play the 10-point bear. And the thing is, here we can actually keep track, because you have 1 bear of each power level. So they played a 3, 4, 6, and a 9. There goes the 12. They catch up. Really, really threatening here. I'm going to play it a little bit safe. I'm going to drop this 9. I'm going to play it in between here to play around treason. Oh my god, we take the win. We take the win. We have the 1-power bear for the bleed. This is beautiful. This is gorgeous. And the 4-power bear. Okay, so now we just want to keep our biggest bears in the deck. So 16 and 15, you gotta get out. That 3-strength bear is such a good draw here. Oh my god. I mean, if this were the 14-point bear like that, this would have been perfect. But the 14 is good here. And now, okay. Of course, I can't keep track of what bears they played. The biggest they played was 12. They played a 12, 6, 9, 3. And the 4, maybe? I mean, they still have their 1 power bear to counter this bleed. There's the 2 strength 1. You know, now I am actually kind of unsure now. Like, how is this gonna go? We're gonna play the 12 power bear. We're gonna force them to play a 6 or higher. They already played their 6, so it's gonna be the 11. The thing is, it's so easy for them to just have mulligan their bigger bears. Like, because you have full control of the deck. There's the 14. We have yet to see the... Wait. Oh, they do have to play. But it's probably the 1-point bear, right? No, it's the 15. So they have their 16, but they also have their 1? But just now that I think about it, it's just, it's so... Like, there's still a little bit of draw dependency. And also, I love that they just played out the round. I actually, that sped things up. So, we did get a win on the first game. But, like how decided was that? Because going into round 2, you have 6 cards left. You draw 3. And then you have 2 mulligans. Like... The odds of being stuck with the 1 strength bear in round 3 there were really low. So, let's see, am I going second? Yeah, I saw someone yesterday on Reddit say that basically if you have blue coin, you automatically win. And obviously last game I had blue coin and I won. So I do want to try to get a win on red coin here. A win on even can be worth so much in terms of card advantage. So I'm actually going to keep the 16-point bear. Or would I keep the 15? Now, you know what? We keep the 15. The 15 is probably pretty good. The 1 is nice to have. But I'll kick it. The 13. I'm gonna play this like just actual Gwent, like trying to stay ahead on even at all times, but barely. Hey, that wasn't even intentional until it was halfway through my mouth. There's the 7. Like a win on even is such a big deal. In a balanced game of Gwent. Oh, the 2. The 2. You know what? I'm actually gonna, like, I could play the 2 here and stay ahead. I could play the 3 and still stay ahead. But I want to make it harder for them to catch up. See the 9. See, I am committing more power than them, but that is what you do on red coin. I can play the 3. Make him think I don't have the 2. Like that is how you win on red coin. Okay, so ultimately I think I messed up a little bit because now I am going pretty hard in here. But this gives me the flexibility maybe to play the 2 and then keep the 15. So that's the point of, you know, the player going first having a few extra points in that stratagem, is to make the red coin player have to commit more if they do want to win on even, which does leave them weaker in the following rounds. So I'm gonna kick my big bears. So I could just pass here and I would just have card advantage. But one of those cards is this bear. The 1 power bear. Which I do have to get out now. So I traded the 1 for the 12. Now we're trading the 2 for the 1. Okay, that's sad. Very sad. We're trading the 6. Like, they don't know what I have. Like, I could have the 16 here. Yeah. Okay, so I can't bleed out their last card. They still have their 16, right? I think I may have lost this one. Because they still have their 16. And I am stuck with my 8 and my 9. They are not very good. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I am the king of barely balanced, my guys. I am the king. I am the king. Okay, so that's a win on blue. That's a win on red. I definitely think that win could have been even better. Like, there are ways to strategize with this. I'm pretty sure. Just take concepts that exist in Gwent's core that unfortunately aren't explored as much anymore in the normal game. I think they can be applied here for actual tactical gameplay. Alright, let us see if we can go 3-0 here. Back on blue. We're back on blue. Okay, how do you win blue? We have those 3 extra points, but we gotta not lose on even, but we can always... No, we can't always take that pass. We gotta be able to stay ahead. I can't be stuck with this later. I cannot be stuck with these 2 later. I'll ditch this. The 7, I think the 7 is good. I think the 7 is really good. I'll also drop this. 10 is decent. You know what? Very mid-tier going on here. Like, if we could win round 1, draw these 2 for the bleed, and then save the big ones, like that would be brilliant. That would be really, really good. I'm gonna start off with a solid 6, playing against Battle Trance. Yeah, they know what's up. They know what's up. Alright. We're gonna be a little bit careful. Just see how much they're willing to commit. Already they are falling behind on even, which you do like to see. That gives me more leeway in playing these next few turns. A 7. Yeah, they're back. They are back. And like that's the thing. Like there's a 10 card hand limit, and what that does is that when you're on red coin, like you don't have to be ahead every turn until the 3rd turn and forward. So them being behind after the last play, that was perfectly fine. Like there was no way for me to really punish that. So that's nice. Like I know the rows don't matter at all, but like I'm still I'm still splitting them like I normally would, which is cool. They're playing the 1. If I pass here, they have to commit 9 or higher to win a card down, and then we can fight a bleed, or we can dump the 1. Like they got their 1 out of their hand, which is good for them. They're going on red coin, so they have the leeway to do this. Again, I could pass here. I could get a 9 or higher out of them. And I shouldn't be losing my card. Should I try that? Just counter a bleed? Let's try it. I want to see how that works in this mode. We got the 11. That's pretty good. Like if they had like the exact 9, like that would have obviously been best for them, but for me, seeing that 11 actually helps. I mean, I'm a card up. If they decide to bleed me, like this is a 16. What I have the 13, the 3, and the 15. Okay, they're going. They are going. Now, if I can continually match and beat their score, then I can punish the bleed and keep my card. I can play the 1 here and still match. Like I need to get the 1 out of my hand. They're playing some fairly low cards. Like I can commit this 11, and I'll be ahead. And that just lets me play my 2. I guess they won round 1. They are bleeding me. They can bleed out my good bears, but like I have card advantage. Like if I can continuously match them and always stay at least 1 point ahead. Like see, like how do I lose this? How do I lose this? I have 1 more bear than them. I preserved all my biggest bears. Like my 13 through 16 are still available to me. Wow. Wow. All right. That was a close one. That was a 1-point loss. I mean, these are so short. We can do another one. I felt pretty confident there, but they preserved all their big bears too. And even being 1 card down, they actually got it. Syndicate. And I go first again. But as we saw last time, me going first does not mean that I win. So that person on Reddit was wrong. Very polarized hand. I don't like that. I'm not keeping that. You know what? I'm not keeping that. I'll ditch the 3. Oh, the 14, really? Really? We can start off weak, see how they open this. But then I should maybe try to tempo ahead just to yeah, that's interesting. So maybe my pass, like last game, maybe my pass in round 1 was wrong. It's a good chance it was wrong. See, do we take this opportunity to play a shitty card? Like that, I mean, that's also a strategy. 3 shitty cards in pass. Like if you go first. No, I mean, it's better if you go second, but you could do it if you go first. If you draw your 1, your 2, and your 3, you can just play those and pass. If the opponent plays anything better than that, like, you'll just be in a better position. That could be interesting. I'll play the 4. Maybe I should try that. Not catching up. This is when they should have wanted to catch up. A 9 and a 10. Like, I'm sorry about the construction work, but this will be going on for months. It has been going on for months. It will continue to go on for months. Just get used to it. It is right outside my window. It's really annoying, and it's every day. Oh, please chill. See, I could pass. They played 22. I've played 20. So probably a bad pass. I wonder, just dumping to 4 and then dry passing, is that a valid strategy here? I mean, no, it's not. Right? Maybe it is. Maybe in some cases. What's in here? That's 3. I want that 3. We didn't get it, so we are stuck with the 3 later. And now we're fighting a bleed with the 1. I think that's wrong. I think I should have just... But opposed to losing on even? You know what? I will match that. I don't have to start getting ahead until the 3rd turn, really. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're only drawing 2 of these, but they can choose which 2. So if they have their 1, like they can kick it back in the deck and just not have to play it. While I am stuck playing my 3 here. They could choose a bear not to play it. I do not consider that strategy. If you play it like that, you can actually choose a bear that you don't have to play. I mean, I don't know how often you'll be able to pull that off. But if round 1 ends early and you win, and you... Yeah, that's cool. I mean, that's a way to just completely avoid specific bears. You're giving your opponent the same. Oh, how did you get stuck with the 1? How did you get stuck with the 1? Could you not literally choose literally any bear left in your deck to not play? Because they drew 2 and they had 2 mulligans. Like, I mean, I did win by what 17 points, 99 to 82, right? So it actually didn't matter, but still. Nilfgaard, you know, it wouldn't be a video without Nilfgaard in it, so I'm glad to see they make an appearance. Imprisonment. Okay, I am going second on this one, so we're getting a good variety too. That's interesting. That's interesting. We got to keep the 16 and the 15, right? Like, keep them in the deck. I mean, it depends on the rest of the hand. Like, the rest of the hand is fairly low. So maybe we keep the 15, kick the 13? Let's try that. Or do I try 3 shitty cards and pass? They committed their 16. If I play this 2 and this 1, they play a card and I just pass. Okay, this is somebody who doesn't understand. Like, if I just give them this, do I not just win? I mean, they can bleed me. They can bleed. Yeah, the 3 is good. I like this hand. I'll keep those 2 in the deck. Just dropping the 16 and the 15 and then passing. Very interesting strategy. Maybe I should have kept my 16, actually. It could have been nice here. I can play the 6, yes. Very good. This 3 is a problem. This 3 could be a real issue here. Dude, am I losing to someone who just played their 2 biggest cards round 1 and passed? Oh my god. I might be. Am I getting 2-0'd? Oh my god! What the hell? I mean, that's also a good strategy, though. Like, just never mind your 3 weakest bears. Just go for the 2-0. Most people are going to keep some weak bears for the strats. All right, Nilfgaard. And I'm going second. Okay, that's pretty good. I wonder what made them decide to have a 3 power bear be the stratagem. It's an interesting thought. See, I could play these 3 and just pass. Or I could try to go for the win and then bleed with the 3. I'm just gonna keep this. Like, I'm not even gonna bother mulliganing. Although I probably should have made an effort to get that one into my hand, because there's always the risk that it's gonna be left in my deck for round 3. I mean, they're playing slow too. They're playing very slow, which is good. I mean, the first 3 turns you can afford to play slow. They've committed 17. I've committed 9. But yeah, winning on even is always the best. If I play the 12, I'll be ahead. I have a 6, a 7, and a 9, even an 11 that I'm fairly comfortable playing. Yeah, I don't think I should be taking these early passes. They're not working out for me. I think I'm better off just trying to actually play for a win. They're going with the 9. I can play my own 9 to match that. I mean, I would rather not play this 16. It would have to be to counter like their 15 or something. I'm going to play the 14 because it just puts me 3 points ahead. Gives me a little bit of leeway with the 6 and 7. Gives me a little bit more to work with. Also, it lets me match that 14 with my 11. But do I want to match? Let's see. We both played our 14s and our 12 and our 9s. Otherwise, they've committed more than me, right? Because we both committed 9, 12, and 14. And 3 and 2. But then they've committed 5 over my 4 and a 7. So like if I play this 11 to match them, I think I would be good with a tie. Ooh, but there is always the 1 strength bear. But I mean a two round game could be good for us. Now they play their 1. I get a comfortable match with the 6. Leaving with 5 points, yeah. They did get their 1 out. I have to draw my 1 here, or go for a 2-0. Okay, I drew the 1. I drew the 1. Okay, so we mulligan the best and just play out the entire hand, maybe? Yeah, because this is not a 2-0. This is not a 2-0 game. If I hadn't drawn this 1, I would have had to try to mulligan the 5 and just go for a 2-0. But we got the 1, we have the 5. We are good to do a little bit of bleedage. Some major bleedage. We match that 1 card with R2. That's the 11. Okay, I'm not going to mess up the same way I did last time. But as long as I threaten a win with my last card, I am good to play. Oh, we got the 15. We got the 15. We both played our 14s. This is a win, right? This is a win. We've gotten our 13, 14, and 15. We still have our 13, along with our 16. Drawing into the 15 and the 10. That's got to be good enough. That has to be good. Yeah, they got stuck with the 4 and the 8. We had no single-digit cards left. That was a good win. That was a good win. Alright. GG Unforgiven. Consider yourself forgiven. For, I don't know what you did. Alright. I'd say the deck did fairly decent. I played 7 matches. I don't know how many I'm showing you. Like, I know 1 I'm cutting because I just I brain farted so hard. Like the game mode was like the cards was too simple for me to even bother doing basic math, and I just I bluffed unintentionally, and my opponent called the bluff, and I lost. But I don't know how interesting that was to watch, but it was actually, I enjoyed playing it. I was hoping I would, and I did. My throat is a little messed up. So here's what I liked about it. I mean, first of all, the matches were quick. You know, that is something that I do dislike about Gwent, is that the matches are slow. They take a lot of time. You know, for me, trying to squeeze like 3 or more matches into a video, but then each match is like 15 minutes or more in a lot of cases. You know, it does suck. And that's one of the things about, you know, for example, Marvel Snap, which, like, its whole thing is that matches are quick. Like a usual match that takes maybe 3 minutes. Like, not only is it easy to sit down and play a few matches, excuse me, whoa. It's easy to sit down and just play a couple of matches, but also if you lose a match, like, you get absolutely screwed. Like, if I play a 15-minute Gwent match and I just feel like, okay, I got screwed by my draws, or, you know, my opponent is net decking some broken shit, I feel like I wasted time. 15 minutes of time. Versus in Marvel Snap, if you get a little bit screwed. I mean, in that game, like, you're incentivized to forfeit early if you get screwed. So matches are like even shorter, but like 3 minutes, that's not a lot of time wasted. So yeah, the matches being really short is a really good thing about that game, and the matches here being not only shorter because the last round is played automatically, which I didn't know that would happen, but that was really nice. But also, you know, each turn, like, being very simple, like it's very easy math, and you just play a card. Like, there's no targeting, there's no order effects, it's just play a card, no ability. It was a little bit refreshing how fast it was. It made it easier to get a few games in a shorter amount of time. And also, like, obviously the big thing about the mode is that, you know, it is balanced in the sense that both players have 16 cards, 1 at each power level from 1 to 16. and it's just about leveraging, you know, those limited resources that you have, your opponent has. There's no wacky effect. There's no RNG. Like it's not even that draw dependent. And it's all about, you know, managing your resources, paying attention to what your opponent has been doing, and also just evaluating, like, based on who goes first, but also, you know, what you draw, what it seems your opponent has drawn, and just really leveraging that to your advantage. So maybe I'm giving the mode too much credit, but it does seem to me like there is a lot more to it than just playing very basic cards. And I enjoyed it. It was actually pretty fun. I played 7 matches. I won 4 and lost 3. One of those losses was me just really brain farting. So I'd say a comfortable win rate, both on blue and on red coin. I didn't really feel like the coin mattered like all that much. Like, there are advantages to both sides, and like I still felt that same comfort when going second. Like, there is that sense of comfort, like you can just keep matching your opponent to try to win on even, or you can always just get a card up. And if they want to bleed you, if you invested a little bit less in round 1, you're maybe more equipped to defend the bleed. Like that, it's the point of the mode. It's the beauty of the mode, and I did feel it, and I did appreciate it. It strips Gwent down to those core principles with the round system, passing versus bleeding. Sure, it does lose some elements that I do find interesting about normal Gwent, like last say, and of course it does strip away a lot, but it just takes it down to those basic core principles that I often feel are missing in normal Gwent these days. It's nice to revisit those and just really, like, that's where the fun lies for me, is in like evaluating the matchup, like seeing, okay, I drew these cards, these are my cards, and play out a few turns. Like, the first 3 turns of round 1 are very safe. See what your opponent is doing, and just, you know, adjust accordingly, and just see, okay, I will not be able to win this round without committing my best cards, but I feel like I'm better off taking a solid pass here and just trying to counter a potential bleed. I have a decent card to dump in the case of a dry pass, and then I preserve my strength for later. It was very nice. I enjoyed the mode. I hope it was somewhat interesting to watch, because I definitely found it interesting to play. So I don't know if you should expect a lot more of this. Of course, if there's a big demand for it, I really wouldn't mind doing it again, but it's obviously not super interesting to keep playing Barely Balanced for YouTube content, but it was fun to try it once. I'm really glad I did it. Like I said, I haven't touched the seasonal mode in years. Never played Barely Balanced. I did not know how the stratagems would work. I did not know that the final round is played out automatically. But at least that last one I really appreciated. But yeah, I had a good time, and I hope you did too. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I hope to see you again soon. We are 2 weeks away from the expansion now. Yeah, 2 weeks away from new cards. Card reveals should start next week. I did not get one, so don't expect one here, but they'll start next week, and I'm very excited to see. Alright, until next time, have a good one, and hope to see you soon.